It's rolling?
Yeah.
Fuck that camera. Sauce motherfucking Miyagi. And we at OTR Films. That's all y'all need to know. I told him no more interviews, but he an exception. So, whatever. Galveston, Texas, but I was raised in Houston, Mo City, Fresno actually, so it's not really Mo City. Yeah, shit, I just worked, I guess.
Just give them a little background, just tell them kind of how you came from Houston to here.
Oh shit, really, of course, I mean, pretty much everybody know like who I was working with, you know, what I was doing. Basically, I want to say like August of 2016. I was just so tired of Houston and it was so boring. So I was like, all right, cool. I left, and right when I left, I came out here. And it was cool at first, but I mean, out here it's kind of like you got to know a bunch of people, and then them people like put you in the door with other people. So it's like just. Say connections.
Yeah, you have to wait that time period,
right,
to link with different people.
Right.
Now, you done did a lot of shit. We gonna skip the Drip God though, cause Drip God finna drop at the end of this month.
Right.
Now, how many tracks did you do on there?
I wanna say in total, I had mixed all of them at first. I believe it's like 15 or 16. I mixed all of them first, and then after I did that, we just went back and we was just trying to figure out, because I be over mixing sometimes. I be going hella crazy, and Walk don't necessarily like that. So it'll be like, okay, we're gonna keep the original to this one. We're gonna keep the mix your version of that one. So it's just like a give and take. So now I don't even know which ones. We just like sent it in like about 2 weeks ago, so I don't even know which ones I mixed and which ones Rag and Ice mixed. It's just a conglomerate thing. So
now, is this a new Walk that we getting, or is this old Walk or new Walk? I say a reinvented Walk.
It's a smarter, more businessman Walk, but it's still the dripping sauce ass nigga that you see.
Oh, okay.
It's still him.
Okay.
But the newer project, he has a whole nother project that's finished. And that's the one that's like the old school mash mode.
Yeah.
You know, what everybody want.
Give it to them all. Okay. Now, how many, kind of go down a small list of the people that you worked with before?
Shit. You gotta do like a fucking, you gotta just roll the fucking, what's the little thing that you roll? You just pick out a ticket. You gotta do that. I done damn near worked with everybody. Shit. I don't know.
Damn. The list too damn long.
You name somebody and then I'm gonna say yes or no.
Chris Brown.
Yes.
Tory Lanez.
Yes.
Travis Scott.
Yes.
Faith Evans.
Indirectly, but yes.
Indirectly. YFN Lucci.
Yes.
Trey Songz.
Yes.
Jacquees.
Supposed to.
Wayne.
Not yet. Yes.
Young Thug.
Yes.
Gunna.
Not yet. No, wait. Yes. Yeah, I did.
Which one?
It's with Sauce Man.
Oh,
it ain't came out yet.
Oh, it ain't came out yet. Yeah, they got a lot of shit together there.
About, but yeah, it's a whole nother.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We can go all day.
Yeah,
with
we
this.
really can go all day with that. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop at that.
Right.
Nah, that shit is ridiculous. Just, we really just need you to give more of advice towards the producers and the engineers and stuff that's trying to be in your position.
It's more of just like, you know, I want to say more of just like, it's gonna be like a million times where like you feel like you doing it wrong, or you feel like it's not happening as fast as it should be happening, but You gotta just love the process, trust the process, because it's definitely gonna help out in the long run. Like when you do fully like get there, you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But you gotta know that like when you do get there, you don't want to be overwhelmed with the fact that you're there.
Right.
So with me, it was plenty of times that like I would be actually on YouTube like learning little mixing tricks and stuff like that, but it wouldn't sound as good as it was on YouTube. Like it'd be like, all right, cool, it sounds great. Like it sounds great on that when they did it, but when I did it, it didn't sound as like cool. So that's when I just started learning to improvise and like see, okay, cool, this is how they did it, but this is how I can do it and get the same results.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like you gotta just do that, and then also just stay prepared wherever you go, because at the end of the day, me coming out here, I ain't know nobody. Like I didn't know nobody. Like I came out here with a duffel bag full of clothes, and I stayed in the Airbnb for like 2 months, like 2.5 months. So once I did all that, and every Airbnb I went to, I was trying to like hit up the people I was at, and be like, hey, you know, do y'all have like a open apartment, or you know, is this complex, you know, do y'all have anything open? And they were like, yeah, no, yeah. And it's a struggle out here because everything based off credit. And you know, Houston, we just like, if you got the money, go do it. So,
yeah.
Out here, as long as you, but the whole time I stayed prepared. Like the whole time all of that was happening, and like I couldn't find a spot and all this extra shit, I was still working. Like I was still like fucking with J Stash. J Stash was like a major help to me because like when I first came out here, he set me up with a lot of studios and like worked out of them studios, and then people would always call me back and be like, hey, you was so good. We have this artist that needs an engineer at the same studio you was at. And a lot of times it worked like that. So Jay Stash was a big help to that. And then when I linked up with K Smith, which is Will Smith's nephew, I linked up with him through this PR from Dallas named Sharice, and she works for Hip Hop DX. So once I linked with him and Casey Khalil, the producer from The Bay, I linked with them two, and K Smith needed an engineer for the session that day. And I was like, fuck it, I ain't doing shit. I don't know nobody out here. I'm gonna just show people that I'm good. So I didn't know it was gonna be at Will Smith's house. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's pretty big. And the studio was there, and so once I did it for like 2 or 3 days, and I ended up meeting a whole bunch of people, like Hypno Carlito. He be with Lil Durk a lot. I met a bunch of people, like just in and out. And so when I was working with him, he was like, yo, I'm gonna tell all my friends about you. I'm gonna tell, you know, XYZ, man, you really dope, you really good. Remind you, I'm still fucking homeless. Like I still ain't got no crib to just go home to. I'm still staying at the Airbnb. So he like, man, bro, I'm gonna tell my homies about you, you know, yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, bet, you know. So he ended up telling Sincere. Sincere is a big party promoter out here in LA. He ended up telling Molly Mall about me, but I couldn't make the Molly Mall session. And then like afterwards, he ended up telling Young Bird, which is Hitmaker, he ended up telling him about me. And then Hitmaker at the time needed a full-time engineer. And that was March of last year. And we're here today. So
shit.
A big breakdown of what happened.
Yeah, now, are you a full-time engineer producer for somebody else now? Or did you just jump from that?
No, just I've been with Hitmaker since March of last year.
Wow.
So yeah, everything's just been kind of just on the up and up. And then he's one of the VPs of Atlantic, so it just works out.
Yeah.
So like it's damn near like since he worked for Atlantic, I work for Atlantic.
Yeah. That shit is powerful, dude.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been like starstruck before? Like you just got around a certain person and it's like, bro.
I don't be knowing a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they look like. I heard their songs, but I don't know. Or I feel like if I don't know them, I'm not gonna say a lot, or I'm not gonna look at them. So
yeah.
I think like the very first session I had with Atlantic, I mean I knew who she was, but I didn't know she was gonna be there. So I was just recording a demo. Like, we was just working on like a demo. And she, like, I heard a chick walk in talking to Berg and hugging him and stuff like that. And then she was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And right when I looked away, that thing loud as hell. Right when I looked up, it was 7th Streeter, and she just hugged me, and I was like, she was like, "I don't do handshakes," and she just hugged me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then by like the 3rd or 4th session, that's when Ty came. That's when I met Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
And he was super cool. Like, he was just chill. And he called YG. In the midst of YG coming, Mike Dean came. It was just a lot happening, and it was crazy. It was fast.
Yeah.
About the 5th or 6th session, we was at Jeremiah's house. I met Jeremiah. And then we came back to like another studio out here. Ended up meeting Nipsey Hussle. Did some shit with Nipsey. Met Mixed by Ali. The list just goes, because I mean, everybody's so like in tune with each other. Like, you know, like, okay, you do this, you do that. You know, that's how LA works.